The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the April 30th, the terrific Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day, and let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I want you to know I am absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this, during this next 53 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone, dial on in at 877-927-6648. Now, if you've got a question, but you can't dial in, we've got your back. You can always send me an email. Now, send that off early and send that to Steve at TFNN.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. We've got some movers and shakers. We got a sea of red out there right now. All the U.S. indices sort of trading the downside. The semis keep going back and forth from red to green out there. But the Dow's off 202, S&P 21, Nasdaq's down 87, Russell's off 19, Trendy's down 209, gold's off $50, silver's down $1, light crude is off $1. 30-year Treasury's printed out at 114. That's off 19 ticks. Our leaders in the clubhouse to the upside, you got Eli Lilly Company up $39, 5%. Mercado Libre up $30, 2%. Train Technologies 7%, $21. Zebra Technologies 5%, $15. Woodward Inc. $12 and 8% move. So we got some movers and we've got some shakers. MicroStrategy down 169, 13%. United Rentals up nearly 4% or $27. Hubble Inc. down $25, 6%. Gartner down 24, 5%. O'Reilly Automotive is off $21. That's a 2% move to the downside. So where do we want to begin? I think we need to go start investigating, a couple of things out here. First, one number to be paying attention to at day's end is going to be that spot volatility. Does it continue to trade below its 50-day exponential moving average? Right now, it's tested and rejected that level being 15.16. We're trading at $15 even Steven. If we do close above 15.16, and I'm not talking 15.17, I'm not sure what I'm talking. I just know it's not 1 penny above. But if we do close above that 50-day exponential moving average, that could be telling us we have more than a day worth of a move to the downside, maybe much more than that. Now, why do I say a day? Let's go switch our panels out here. Let's go to those white background charts. If you give me a moment, we'll get over there and we'll take a look at the ES Mini. We'll try to bisect and dissect it. First of all, with regard to a day, if we take a look at just the normal dance steps of any market, quite frankly, and this is the daily time frame out here, we can see that we had that. You usually have a 2 to 4 bar move to the upside or to the downside out there. Now, we can see that we had 6 consecutive closes to the downside inside the ES Mini. Of course, that's telling us that we may have a change in trend to the downside out there. We can see we had a nice rally of 3 days, 1 day pullback. Yesterday was 2 days the upside. Is this a 1 to 2 day pullback? Potentially out there. Let's go see what, and that's why I say if we do get a spot volatility that closes above the 50-day exponential moving average, I would go with at least a 2-day pullback. Maybe it's something more than that. Let's try to figure that out. Let's go take a look at what else is going on. Well, first, if we take a look at the ES Mini, I'm going to look at the 2-hour time frame chart, which right now is testing a key level of support. Now, key level of support is its breakout level at 51.24. Now, the bar here, I believe, closes at noon, but let me just make sure. That's not the bar that I was referring to. I was referring to this bar that is forming right now. Yes, 12 noon is when that's going to complete. Now, this is formed bar number 8. If at 2 p.m., the ES Mini closes below bar number 5, that close is 51.39, you will have a TD9 count pattern that is confirmed. And then at 4 p.m., you will have a TD9 count pattern that would be completed. So I would keep an eye on the 2-hour time frame chart to watch for that pattern. Where else, if that doesn't hold that support, where can price head to? Well, first, if I take a look at the daily time frame, 5081 is an area that would stick out, and a close below the red oscillator and change line, that is also at 5124. So we've got two key areas at that 5124 level. We've got the daily oscillator and change line, and we've got the TD9 count breakout level for the 2-hour time frame, which has been tested a couple times and so far has held out there. Maybe it holds again by 12 noon. But if it doesn't, that's going to suggest lower price. And again, we should get that TD9 count pattern that completes by the end of the day out there. If we look at the other intraday charts out here, I don't see any other bottom signals for you and I to really take a look at. So again, with regard to the next downside price target area, I would have to come up with the 5081 area, and that would be the center of its daily profile. Let's go figure out what's going on with the NQ. Let's pull up its charts out here. Now, the NQ on a 60-minute time frame does have a TD9 count bottom. I believe that is under threat as we speak right now. So the 60-minute time frame, and we don't have synergy amongst the intraday time frame charts. So it's not like I could just flip to all the 60-minute charts. I mean, I can, but we're not going to see a synergistic set of tops or bottoms out there. So we have to do this really one step at a time. And in doing it one step at a time, we're going to use different time frames that are going to give us signal information. So momentarily, we'll get this NQ chart to populate. There we go. So you can see the TD9 count bottom for the 1-hour time frame. Again, this chart here, this bar is not going to complete till 12 noon. But if we do get a close below the close of bar number 9, the low of bar number 9, which is at 9 o'clock this morning, and that low is at 17,790, that's going to tell us about a further move to the downside. So it's really the 60-minute time frame chart here that I'd be watching for the NQ. Let's see if there's any other signals that we can hone in on. Nothing that I see as we speak right now. So now let's take a look at other areas. Oh, I take that back. It is the daily time frame chart that we want to watch. Why is that? Because price is pulling back and is testing or may test its oscillator and change line. So if we take a look at it, that's at 17,747 or so. Let's call it 17,745. That is an area of support for the NQ. Now, if that's going to hold, we would see some type of short-term signals. The signals that are present at the moment look like Rhodes momentum indicator signals. But let me just go ahead and update this chart, make sure that they are present. So it's not present in the 30-minute time frame, just in those shorter time frames, which is okay, but really not the most ideal thing. All right, so then where is support next? We've given you the daily time frame. If price closes below that level that I gave to you, which should be somewhere around 17,745. Then if price closes below that, we're likely looking to move to 17,668. That is the 2-hour TD9 count breakout level. That's what really stands out to Stevie when we take a look at that. Let's not stop there. Let's go see what the Dow equity future contract is doing. And again, we have to investigate these one at a time because we just don't have signals for the time frames, meaning like a 30-minute time frame, with each of them showing the same pattern. So we're going to go to a break here. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. So we're taking a look at the Dow Equity future contracts out, a future contract out here. So there's a key area of support, and we can visually see that on our screens out here. It is both the daily center of its profile. This profile has been in place for the last 7 trading sessions out there, and we can see that price has found support. It's been tested a couple different times at 38,216. That's the center of its bearish structure daily profile. You can also see at 38,242 that happens to be the 2-hour time frame TD9 count breakout level. If price were to close below those areas, that would suggest to me that we get back towards the 37,840-ish type area out there. That's the 4-hour time frame chart breakout level. It's also near a TD9 count bottom pattern. But right now, watch that 38,216 to 38,242 level, as it is near a price of support. Now, I'm not seeing any kind of a bottom just yet, but you can't see on a 10-minute time frame. You've got a Rhodes momentum indicator signal, bullish reversal candle, would suggest at least a rally to 38,340. 15-minute, it's not going to get a bullish reversal candle, not on this bar here. That's for sure. So that's all that I see right now. We take a look at the Dow, the ES, and the NQ out there. Why don't we get to a couple of questions? I don't want to get too far behind on those. The first one really coming in from yesterday. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. And it was coming in from ELO inside the Tiger's Den. And that was to take a look at Deutsche Bank. DB is the ticker symbol out here. So we take a look at Deutsche Bank. What it did yesterday was a gap down. And that gap down went ahead and formed a Rhodes momentum indicator top. But what also took place yesterday, ELO, was a brand new profile formed. So your key level of support here is down at $15.84. That's where price needs to close below in order to suggest that you see a move back to $14.68. If we take a look at the resistance level on any rally or bounce, $16.55 should be it. Now we look at the weekly time frame chart. As long as price closes the week above $15.94. We're at 1606 right now. A close above 1594 and on Friday will then generate a TD9 count top. That pattern would be completed next week out there, but you would have a TD9 count top. Now here, the area of support is around 1588. I say around because it's the oscillator and change line. As price moves up and down, that number is going to change slightly as well. And if you look at the monthly time frame chart, bar number 8 is going to go ahead and complete this month. That says you could get a monthly TD9 count top between this month and the next two. So the daily, you've got a top with price testing a support level, the bottom of its profile in the 1584 area. The weekly possible TD9 count top of week's end, support at 1588 out there. That's what I see when I take a look at Deutsche Bank. So ELO, thanks for waiting an extra day on that one. And as always, thanks for your request. Inside the Tiger's Den, S&P wants to take a look at Palantir, PLTR. Is the ticker symbol. We take a look at PLTR. We've got a nice TD9 count bottom. Price is above the top of its daily profile. And we know that resistance for the daily time frame is at 2320. So we're pulling back today, but we are, and I don't see a topping signal or anything along those lines. And you do have support at 2234. Now, price closes below 2234. The next area of support would be around the 22 level. 2202 right now is the daily oscillator and change line. If price were to close below that, that would increase the odds of a further move lower, with that further move lower targeting its bullish support zone, and that would be between 2062 and 2119. That is not the message as we speak right now. But if we look at a 30-minute time frame, just because I happen to have that off on the side, what we can see out here is a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. I also see a wave number 7 top out there, but it's a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top that is the one that's important. And as we speak, price is testing support. So if we take a look at that support levels at 2242, if price closes on a 30-minute basis, 2 bars below that 2242 level, odds favor move to 2130. That's a 30-minute breakout level. And at 2202, you've got that daily oscillator and change line. So that's where it is that Palantir is heading for its daily time frame. The weekly has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Price remains above profile levels, but below its oscillator and change line. It's really not clear to me what it wants to do. So that says we pay attention to the daily time frame, which then said, hey, let's go take a look at the short-term time frame chart. We identified a support level. Price gets below that, we know where price is likely headed to. The monthly time frame chart, price ran right into resistance. That was its breakdown level. And the breakdown level was 2711. So if Palantir can ever clear 2711, then it'll get back to its all-time highs out there. So that's what I see when we take a look at Palantir S&P. Hope that helps you out. You also wanted to take a look at ticker symbol BA. That is Boeing out here. So let's move over to that chart, see what it is signaling to us. You've got Boeing trading out at about 173. So we look at the Boeing chart. We can see that price is inside its daily profile. Now, the bottom of the profile and the center are at the same price, 169.23. 176.04 happens to be what did I say? The top of its daily profile out there, which we know is resistance because you had that nice move higher on April 24th. Price kind of opened up right at that level and then just simply sold off. So 176.04 is really a key level. And if we close above yesterday's high, we're trading above it right now, then we should see Boeing go ahead and make its move for that area. If S&P price can close above 176.04, I'll go on a limb here. I think it's a pretty big limb, and that limb would say that price should make its way up to 188.78. That would be its daily TD9 count breakdown level. I do not have any kind of a bottom signal on a weekly time frame, nor do we have that on the monthly time frame. The monthly time frame says that today's close below 181.21 would generate a monthly profile change in trend signal out there. There's no bottom pattern that I have, by the way, on the daily time frame, so there's no bottoming patterns here. But nonetheless, it's likely that we would see Boeing make its move to 176.04. If in fact you get a close above that, then you get a daily profile change in trend, and that's what would take us up in that 188 area out there. If we look at a 30-minute time frame chart for Boeing, what we won't see out here, I don't believe, is any kind of a topping pattern. If anything, no topping pattern out here. Prices above that green oscillator and change line. So that is suggesting, now there is an A to B equals CD pattern, but I don't have a bearish reversal candle to confirm any kind of a top. So it looks like this is going to go ahead and continue to move higher out there. So S&P, hope that helps you out with regard to Boeing. YOY is looking for a bottom inside of natural gas. Let's go take a look at really the only chart I believe that you need to pay attention to and to take a look at. So let's get over to that. That's going to come off of the black background charts out there, my e-signal data feed. And we take a look at that. We're going to open up the natural gas chart. Here's all you need to know. Price is trading in a sideways consolidation. This morning we had whoops, go live. Then you'll see the chart. There we go. We can see that sideways consolidation. And so we had a nice rally yesterday. That rally continued into the early morning, and price found resistance at the top of its daily profile, 209. Now, the top of its daily profile is not where the resistance level is at. Let me see if I can turn on, I'm pretty sure I can turn on the weekly set of profiles out here. So if you give me a moment, multi-time frame. There we go. So there is the weekly set of profiles. And what we can see here is at the center of its weekly set of profiles at $2.12. That's basically about the top of the consolidation. It's maybe about 2 pennies above that, but we've not seen a close above that level. If that's the level, why oh why, that price must close above if we've got any bottom in natural gas. You ready?
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
Tigers, the inaugural session of Live Trading Fridays with Larry Pesavento was a massive success. Trades were communicated, questions were answered, and money was made. Every second and fourth Friday of the month, from 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, Larry wants you to join him as he places live trades and takes your questions. That's right, with this monthly subscription, you receive access to 2 live trading events. We are gearing up for the next session Friday, April 26th, so there's still time to sign up. For this month only, use code LarryLive at checkout in order to secure $50 off your monthly subscription price for as long as you subscribe to the service. We'll see you next Friday, April 26th, Tigers. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. So Peter, inside the Tigers Den, would like to take a look at the euro. So we take a look at the euro on a daily time frame. What we're going to see out here is that for the last 5 trading sessions, the euro has been trading sideways. I don't have any signal out here, Peter, to suggest that that is not going to continue. And let me show you what I'm referring to. If we take a look at the 2-hour time frame chart out here, one of the things that we're going to see is that there's a key level of support. It's been tested 3 separate times. Maybe it's going to be tested again. And that is at 1.068. Now, there's a saying that says that the 4th time testing the resistance or testing support, maybe it's going to bust through that. So, but I don't know if that is the case right now. But that 1.068 area is a level to watch. The reason why I don't think that it's going to get busted is because we're going to get a TD9 count bottom pattern for the 30-minute time frame chart that's going to complete or should complete by 12:30. So let's open up this chart. Here we can see that bar number 8 completed at 11:30, 1 minute ago. As long as the euro closes below, this is at 12 noon, as long as the euro closes below 1.0703, you will have a TD9 count bottom pattern for the 30-minute time frame chart. And that should at least rally up to the 1.07-ish area out there. Perhaps higher, maybe up to 1.0718, the bottom of that 30-minute profile out there. So you should at least get some type of rally. But the key area of support, in essence, will have held, which is that 2-hour time frame euro-US dollar breakout area. So that's what I see when I take a look at the euro. Looks like a sideways move. I don't see anything in my signals to suggest that that would change out there. Now, the interesting thing about the euro here, give me a moment. If we take a look at the daily time frame chart. Now the daily time frame, a yearly time frame chart. Looking at one thing, saying one thing, thinking something else out there. Now the interesting thing here about the euro, you can see we haven't even come close to last year's high. The question is, do we take out last year's bottom? And that last year bottom is at 1.044 out there. That is a likely outcome. So it looks like to the downside is where the euro wants to head to. That would put the U.S. dollar index to the upside. And that's really what all of our signals are suggesting. Larger time frame and over time out there. Now, the key to the euro getting to those lower prices, we took a look at that euro. It would be the monthly time frame chart. If we get it close below that monthly oscillator and change line, and we've only been below it for once. It was it was really for 2 sessions out there. It was both in September and October of 2023. But if we do get below that, well, certainly I'll tell you the level that price needs to close below, and that's going to be that, because that was set up a 3-river Morningstar pattern. So it set up a level of support, and that level of support is 1.0448 out there. So that's an important level to be watching as well, Peter. But right now, the euro looks like just simply a continuation of that sideways move that we've seen out there. I hope that provides you with the information that you were looking for. Let me close out these euro charts out here, and then we'll go take a look at NVIDIA, Amazon, and AMD. Each of those are for Duncan in the Tigers Den. So let's go take a look at those. That's not the chart I wanted, but we can come back and take a look at gold and silver. I think we already did that, but let me come back and get to those charts out here. So I think, is that NVIDIA? No, that was Boeing. So let's get to the NVIDIA charts out here, NVDA. So we take a look at NVIDIA. What do we know about it? So did this complete a Gartley buy pattern out here? I'm just going to look at the small A to B. I'm going to move this over to that C point, and it did. So in the case of NVIDIA, what NVIDIA did 2 days ago when it gapped to the upside, that went ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. I did that before that. Give me a moment to grab my cursor. On the trading day of April 23rd, NVIDIA formed a Gartley buy pattern. It did that when price had gapped up out there, and now what price is doing is taking on its sell zone. So, Duncan, the sell zone is between 891.12 at the top, that's resistance, and 876.12 out there. So price has got that buy the D point, that Gartley buy pattern. It is taken on that resistance level. A close above 891.12 would suggest that price would then go target 932.40. And 932.40 would be the TD9 count breakdown resistance level. If we get above that 891 area, that also gets us close to, no, I think it does, it gets us above a weekly green oscillator and change line, which is at 888. So that would be a Doble-Guy combination. I'm not sure where that came from, the thought process, but and I don't know what Doble-Guy actually means out there, if it has any meaning, if it's even a word. But what it does say is if we get both of those above a resistance level, that increases the odds that NVIDIA would make that move for the 932 area. We take a look at a monthly time frame chart. We do not have any kind of a topping signal inside of NVIDIA as we speak right now. Now, this is going to be potentially day number 4 to the upside for NVIDIA. Yesterday was day number 3. Let's take a look at its dance steps out here. And so even if you do get a move higher today, odds favor to prepare for a 1 or 2 day pullback out there. But again, you can close above that 891 level. It looks like NVIDIA wants to continue then to move higher. So I hope that helps you out. Duncan, let's go take a look at AMD. I believe you were telling me that AMD is out with earnings after the bell, as well as Amazon. So let's see if there's any kind of a tell out here. So if we look at, let's open up that daily time frame chart. Let's just take this back a bit. See what we have out here. So it does not look like, but let's just measure it out here. Here is A to B. There's our A to B point. And then let's go ahead and move this over to the C level. That next highest high that comes after that low. And no, so we haven't completed. Oh, I see it here. We have wave number 7. So AMD, courtesy of Saratoga Bob, but really Basil Chapman out there, you can see that this bottomed after making that 7th wave move, letter G out there. That bottom confirmation came on April 22nd. So in its case, it's dealing with a resistance at 165.70. 165.70, I take that back. This is a bullish structured profile. The price can clear, can get back above the center of that profile. That's at 161.62. Right now, that is resistance. That is where counter trend rallies end. So they're coming out with earnings after the bell. You've got a wave number 7 bottom, but you also have the potential. Don't know where the price will close today, but if it does close below the center of that daily profile, that's where counter trend moves end, 161.62. Not that it can't go and take out TD9 count breakdown resistance at 165.70, but the tell would be going into the earnings report is that maybe because it couldn't get through that resistance level, maybe it's going to pull back. Whereas if price is able to close above that, then you see a move to 165.70 or something along those lines. Now that's the daily time frame chart for AMD. The weekly time frame chart has a similar signal. The weekly time frame chart says, you know, Stevie, 161.62 might be resistance to you on a counter trend move. The weekly chart says it's at 164.45. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. We'll finish taking a look at the charts for AMD. Then we'll go on to Amazon and anything else that has come in between now and then. Be right back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. So we're taking a look at the finishing up the charts here for NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, the monthly time frame chart, has that Rhodes Momentum Indicator top and price pulled back and tested and rejected support. That's at 148.76. So its signal is neutral. I don't have a neutral signal on the weekly, and I don't have a neutral signal on the daily time frame. What we do have is price testing resistance levels out there. That's at it's anywhere between 160, 162, and 164.45 out there. So you do have a daily bottom. You don't have a weekly bottom. Right now, it's just a counter trend move out here. So is there a real tell? That's as much of a tell as I can come up with for you out here for AMD. So I do hope that helps you out, Duncan. And then lastly, you've got Amazon out with the earnings after the bell tonight. So let's go take a look at this chart, see if there's any kind of signals or tells here. When we take a look at Amazon, what we do know is its daily TD9 count bottom that formed out there ran into resistance at the top of its daily bearish structured profile. And that's at the 181.07 level. Yeah, yesterday price opened up above that area, but by the time it closed, it was back inside that profile. And that's really the essence of price is really the candle, not necessarily the wick or the upper or lower shadows out there. So at this stage here, what we know about Amazon, it's got a bottom, but resistance held. When we look at the weekly time frame chart out there, the weekly time frame chart shows resistance held as well. And that resistance was the top of its profile, and that's at 182.45. So you've got 181.07, 182.45. What you know, Duncan, is those are key areas of resistance. Now, on a monthly chart out here, do we have a top? Well, the question is, did it complete that one-to-one move out there? And I don't know the answer. Let's go try to find out. We're going to just try to move this line, assuming I can grab it. There we go. And the answer is it has. So this is kind of interesting. So you've got a top on the daily, Rhodes Momentum, and you got a bottom. You got a definite top on the weekly chart. You could say you sort of had a bottom from this standpoint, Duncan. Is that price held support chart? I'm on Amazon. I'm on Amazon. Yeah, so I'm not sure, Bill, when that message came in. Okay, great. So we take a look at Amazon out here. So, boy, this is a toughie. Because the monthly looks like, unless we rally the rest of the afternoon and close, you got a key reversal bar. Just has to be one tick below where it opened for the month. Where it opened for the month was at 180.79. So the monthly chart is suggesting that we should pull back to about the 153.43. If Amazon disappoints on earnings, what I would say, Duncan, is that 153.44 level becomes a very likely target. Not that it has to do that, in one day, but that could be its price target to the downside. So all that I can say at this stage here is support levels have held on the daily and the weekly time frame. And if those levels fail, then we're headed down to 153.42. So that wasn't Stevie's best work, but I don't know that I've got real clear signal here when we take a look at Amazon and what its intent is out there. So let's go to the next request out here. This is from Mr. Z inside the Tiger's Den. He was curious about lower targets for the NQ to the downside. So let's go take a look at our day trading setup of charts out here. And the first area that you've got to be paying attention to, or should pay attention to, is where price is trading right now. And that's at support. And that support level is its daily oscillator and change line. And that number as we speak is at 17,745. We're at 17,748. So if price closes below that, you could actually see a move. What would be the daily price target level? Well, because you'd be below a red oscillator and change line on a daily time frame, that would say that price could head back to support. And support here on a daily basis would be 17,252. Now, there are other areas of support we'd have to take a look at before price would get back there, but that's a daily time frame. But as we speak right now, price is sitting at a potential support level. When we look at those intraday charts out there, we're not seeing a signal just yet that the bulls are ready to defend that support location. There are some Rhodes momentum indicator signals on the very short-term time frames, the 10 and the 15. You need about 14 more minutes in order for the 30-minute to form some type of bullish reversal candle to confirm a bottom. So then, where are the next price targets to the downside? That's pretty easy. That would be at 17,668. And 17,668 is the 2-hour TD9 count breakout level. So that's what I'd be looking at. And if 17,668 were to fail, then that gets us back towards that 17,252 level, the bottom of that daily profile. But at the moment, price is holding support on the daily time frame that happens to be its oscillator and change line. So, John, I hope that gave you the information that you were looking for there. One more request that we have in, as far as I can tell, and that is to take a look at Meta. So that's for S&P inside the Tiger's Den as well. And we go take a look at Meta. I think that is right here. No, that's Amazon. Let's try Meta, which I think is right here. Now, here's the interesting thing about Meta, Facebook out there. And S&P probably knows this. And you guys probably know it as well. And now Stevie knows it. And that is this. Look at that island top. Are we at all-time highs? Yeah, we were at all-time highs. So the daily time frame, so we see here that Meta gapped up. Let me get my cursor out here. This thing gapped up on the trading session of February 2nd. And then we gapped down. So from February 2nd through the trading session of February 24th out there, nearly an entire month. And we did have a Rhodes momentum indicator top that formed on April the 8th. We had price that was trading above that gap to the upside. And then, voila, boom, on April 26th, price opens lower, rallies a bit, but we still have a island top out there at all-time highs. So that is a pretty gosh darn bearish signal out there as we speak right now. S&P, that's the daily time frame. Let's go see what the weekly time frame is telling us. The weekly time frame says that if we close today below the bottom of its profile, and that would be at 438.12. If we close below the bottom of its profile, we're likely to see a move back to the 372.36 level. Now, what I don't have is any kind of a topping signal for the monthly time frame for Facebook. But if price is going to pull back, and that would be closing below that weekly profile out there, that would suggest that we move down to test the next area of support. And that next area of support would be that green oscillator and change line coming from the weekly time frame. And that weekly time frame, the monthly time frame, that being 372.35 out there. Is there anything else that I can provide for you on Meta? Not really. But if price is able to get back inside, it would close that window. It would end that island top formation. What needs to happen is you need to see price tick above 453.01. So if it closes above 453.01, or that closes, if it tests 453.02 out there, this whole island top pattern would go away. But right now, that's the pattern that's in place out there. And the weekly is also suggesting that price might want to get down to the 372 or 337 level. So S&P, I hope that helps out with regard to Facebook or Meta. We're about to go to a break. So I don't recall, did we take a look at, did anybody ask us to take a look at gold out there? I think we did that during the open, but I'll see if there's any other requests, and we'll figure out what we can do as soon as we get back.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Welcome back, folks. We got two more requests out here. One is for Martin Marietta. MLM is the ticker symbol out there right now. What we've got is a daily Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Price right now is consolidating with inside its profile. It's trading lower into a swing point, Mr. Bill, from April 19th. That swing did volume of 1 million shares, a little over 1 million so far in the first 2.5 hours of trading. We're at 336. So it is a similar type volume out there. Support is at 577.26. If price were to close below 572.57, you would get an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside, and that would take us back towards its breakout level. The breakout level is down at the 540.56 area. The weekly time frame chart has a sell to D point pattern. I'm showing the sell to D point A to B equals C to the C to D leg on the monthly time frame chart. If I've got it on the monthly, I've got it on the weekly as well, and you can see that bearish engulfing candle. Right now you have a consolidation with inside a profile. 580.34 is your support level, but we know we've got support at 577.26. Let's make that the real key area. But again, if you close below that swing low from April the 19th, you're headed lower out there. And headed lower, we've also got a price target of 522. That's the monthly oscillator and change line. So 522 to 540 would be the likely target if, in fact, support breaks. Dan wants to take a look at ticker symbol VERU. We look at it right now. What do we see? We see a gigantic daily profile with support at 91 cents and resistance at $1.92. If price is able to close above the oscillator and change line at about $1.38, you should see a move up towards that swing high on April 19th. That's up at the 155 level. Now, the volume there, Dan, was 2.6 million. So far in the first 2.5 hours of trading, we're at 1.8 million. So price is moving into that swing point with volume. As long as it closes above $1.30, you should see a $1.55. And above $1.55, we're on our way to 192. The weekly time frame chart looks very bullish. Price is above profile level. The top of its new profile that formed this week is at 95 cents. That is a bullish signal. Finally, you've got resistance, and that's going to be at 206. 206 is the number that VERU needs to close above to say it's ready to set its sights on much higher price. Folks, stay tuned for all the great programming. Thanks so much for joining me on Terrific Tuesday. You made the show one heck of a show. Love all of the requests out there. Thanks for constantly doing that and to help me out. Have a terrific Tuesday. I'll look forward to seeing you on wonderful Wednesday. Take care.